Casually Me live stream. I'm gonna wait for you guys to come on in. I need to clean my glasses actually. Boom. What day is it? Thursday. The week is going by pretty swiftly. Happy Thursday, you guys. I've been having a phenomenal 48 hours just for the simple fact that I've been able to go outside and do my walks. I love walking. Fun fact, I love walking. I love doing things in nature. I like river walks. I like trails. Those are my things. I love those things. My mom got us into that, you know what I'm saying? Do I want to turn my light on? Yes. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. Just so it's a little bit brighter up in here. But yeah, I started my 2 days so far. I'm like, while it's warm outside, while it's not raining, because it's been raining like crazy in Atlanta. So I'm like, while it's not raining, while it's not doing all that crazy stuff, let me enjoy this weather. Let me enjoy the sun. And when I lived in Charlotte, I actually would wake up early all the time and I would always just walk. But lately, it's just been raining like crazy out here. So I haven't been prioritizing going outside. But I force myself out the bed to do what I love. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I feel very well rested. I feel like something is trying to grow on my chin. Being a girl is crazy. It's like, and I just got off Mother Nature. Let me put y'all on. Let me put y'all on. Actually, my homegirl BB put me onto this a few years ago. Because I didn't know. I didn't know that you could just go to Walgreens. Like, actually, I guess I kind of did know that there were acne gels or like acne creams or whatever. But I noticed that this one that I get, because my homegirl, she had got a specific brand, but I just used the Walgreens one. It's literally the same ingredients, just a different name. But this is what I use. It's an acne gel. And I apply it whenever I feel a bump about to appear on my body. I use this. Well, my face. I use this. And I actually like it. Basically, if you have a pimple or acne or whatever the case may be, you just use this acne gel. It has 10% benzoyl peroxide. So just get you something that got 10% benzoyl peroxide or whatever, and just put it on the bumps that you feel coming or that's already there. And it'll literally, the bump or whatever will disappear within a few days. You say you're a dancer, let's collab. Ew. But yeah, I really like that stuff. I've been using that stuff for like 3 years and I love it. And so yeah, so I did my walk today. I went to the hair store. I got this product called Hawaiian Silky 14 in 1. And basically what that product is, it is a leave-in conditioner. So if you have curly hair, natural curly hair, if you have permed hair, relaxed hair, whatever, you can use the Hawaiian Silky Miracle Worker 14 in 1. It comes in a bottle, spray bottle. You can use it to detangle your hair. You can use it to moisturize your hair. It's a great heat protectant as well because it's a leave-in product, so you can even use it as like a leave-in conditioner on your hair. So what I did, because the hair that I have in my head right now, it's a deep wave. I have Brazilian deep wave, and then I have Burmese curly for my tape-ins. But I wouldn't recommend this hair, so that's why I haven't really been talking about it much. I actually complained about it in my other live video. So I'm not gonna promote it. I had to dispute and get my money back, and I did. Thanks, Amex. But just for the sake of my birthday being in a few days, and I have to wait to figure out where I want to buy my raw Indian or raw Cambodian bundles, I'm gonna make this work. I'm just gonna leave it in its natural state because the reason why I don't like the hair is because it doesn't do well with other styles. Like I can't even straighten the bitch before it starts vibrating. I can't do different curls. Like when I buy hair, I like to buy hair that's versatile because I like to do different things to my hair. But I will say that me wearing this hair has given me the opportunity to be back in the natural curly vibe, which I slick manifested. But I would have preferred it with hair that was versatile. If this hair was versatile and wasn't like a low quality virgin hair, we would have been in there. Happy B-Day early. Thank you, baby. How are y'all doing? I see these new stickers. You guys have these YouTube stickers. I appreciate it. Chocolate princess. Thank you, Lovely Nose. Thank you. Am I your girlfriend? Yes or no? I'll be your girlfriend today. I will be your girlfriend today. So it's crazy. So my birthday is Monday, you guys. Guess how old I'm gonna be. Guess how old I'm gonna be. And honestly, I was contemplating on if I wanted to vlog my birthday trip this year. Because if you know or if you didn't know, go watch it. I had vlogged my birthday trip to Miami last year with my girls, and we had a really fun time. Definitely got to redo the trip. But this year, I'm on some. I still want to have fun, but in a different way. Like, so I'm gonna be going to Dallas, Texas, right? And you're probably like, what's in Dallas, Texas? Well, for several years now, I've been saying that if I wasn't in Atlanta, I would live in Dallas. For why? I just hear the quality of life is different out there. You know what I'm saying? But of course, Atlanta is great for entertainment and dance purposes. Like, if you lock in and actually get yourself out there and network, you can definitely be successful in Atlanta as an entertainer. You just have to really like put in the work and the effort and build up your network. You know what I'm saying? Me, I kind of just be going with the flow with stuff. I've been going with the flow with stuff, but I definitely believe that you can make it out here successfully if you just lock in. Um, but for Dallas, I feel like Dallas will be good for quality of life purposes, but I'm not really familiar with their dancing, but I do know some professional dancers do classes out there or they travel Dallas to do classes and stuff like that. So, but yeah, this year for my birthday, like I don't mind partying, but I don't know. It's like I partied a lot last year, like 2025. I had an amazing time. Like I was outside all the time. And I think it's okay to admit like you just grow out of things, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, like, I love hookah lounges, I love clubs, you know what I'm saying? But in Atlanta, it's like I'm outgrowing going to places where I literally already know what I'm about to experience. I want a new experience whenever I go somewhere. I don't want to go somewhere and I already know what the music is gonna be because the DJs play the same set. Like I don't wanna be somewhere and I already know folks are gonna just be looking at you crazy, or not looking at you crazy, but just everybody's just, not having a good time. Like when after our last show on my tour, well, for the tour that I was on, we were in Indianapolis, right? We had went out to this bar. Couldn't smoke weed in there or whatever the case may be, right? But they had a whole dance floor, it had a disco, the DJ was lit, and everybody was just having a good ass time just dancing. And it wasn't even that many people in there. So, hi Taylor, how you doing? All love from South Africa. Hi. But yeah, so it's like we all had a great time dancing with strangers, dancing together. It was a fun time, and that's what I like. But going to these establishments where you gotta pay to park your car, I feel like they should leave that to the men, but whatever. If I really want to go somewhere, I'll pay. If I really, really, really want to go somewhere, then I'll pay. But my belief is let the men do it. What the fuck? But but yeah, you gotta pay to park your car. Then you gotta pay to get in that bitch. So you probably already it's $20 to $60 to park your car depending on where you at. And then it's 20 to 40 per person depending on where you're going and what time you get there, right? So boom, you probably already at like almost 100 depending on how much you paid to get into the club, right? So once you're in the club, what's the vibe? You make the vibe. You and your people make the vibe, right? But for me, I just outgrew the vibe. Like I outgrew places where I already know what to expect. Like I want something fun. I want something different. But if I get invited to go out, then I'll go out. But for my own personal time, money, and energy, mm-mm. I want to go something different. Do something different. So for Dallas per se, that's more so like I feel like my birthday this year is more so like a lifestyle birthday trip. Like I want to see the vibe of Dallas. I want to meet family that I haven't met yet. I found family members through Ancestry and 23andMe. So I have some cousins in Dallas. I want to link up with one of my girlfriends. Lyric, I introduced her to my YouTube back in 2023. She used to live with us with Celia, if you've been watching me for a while. She's a travel nurse. She lives in Dallas, so I'm gonna finally link with her out there. I have family friend that I'm gonna be seeing out there. I have my family that I haven't met yet that I'm gonna be meeting out there. So this birthday, me turning 25, it's more so about like a lifestyle birthday, being in a different area, really like just enjoying being in a different area, seeing family, and having a good time in the nice parts of town. You know, that's the vibe. You said, am I feeling catty? Rawr. That's a lion. That's a lion. That's a lion. But but yeah, so that's the intentions I have for my B-day this year. But I think I was talking about my hair product right before I started rambling about my birthday. I do that. If you're new here, give me grace. I kind of ramble. But yeah, anyways, back to the hair products that I'm gonna recommend for this look. I used the Hawaiian Silky 14 Miracle Worker, and I used it as for its moisturizing purposes to moisturize my hair, moisturize the curls, define the curls, and then I used my crimper to crimp my leave out and my tape ins for my leave out to kind of get everything on the same accord. And it looks natural, it looks really pretty. And I'm gonna do this quick glam. It's nothing crazy. Literally, all I do is blush, highlighter. I might do my eye pencil. But the way that I get my eyebrows done, everybody loves my eyebrows. When the Asians do my face, they literally love my eyebrows. I'm sad that I have this little dark mark right here, but it's because I was trying to pop pimple and I should just left it alone. But it's okay, it'll go away. But But yeah, the way that I get my eyebrows done, I don't even have to do my eyebrows for real. I don't know how to do eyebrow makeup. I literally just use a pencil and color it in. But everybody likes my eyebrows. It's so funny. I've had like random guys be like, I don't know if this is weird or not, but I really like your eyebrows. I'm like, thank you. I woke up like this. So you said what's under your wig? This is not a wig. This is a sew-in. It's a sew-in. So I have my hair out too. Can we see your bald head? If I had a bald head, you look Indian. Do I look indigenous, Native American, or do I look like Indian, like India? Which one do I look like? I'm like, who just tried to call me? I don't even know, like, it's getting a scammer. And you know what's so crazy? I hate because I always have my phone on Do Not Disturb, right? So it just sucks because if somebody's like, hey, we're gonna give you a call back, which number is yours? Because I'm gonna automatically think it's a scammer. I don't answer my phone. You said both. Yes. Okay. It's so funny. I literally get told that so much. When I was younger, I used to not get asked that, but as I've gotten like more into my looks, I guess, I've been asked way more like, what do you mix with? What's this? What's this? What's in the third? But on my I feel like on both sides of my family, we're definitely indigenous. Like a lot of us Americans, our ancestors were definitely here. You know, that's a whole different type of conversation, but our ancestors were definitely here in America first. Um, so I feel like, you know, like when they tell the story, Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1900 something 42, 18, 17, 42, whatever, and he discovered whatever, it's people already here. There's people already here. Who are those people? The way they tell it, he came over here, there are Native Americans here, and then at some point in history, niggas decided to put Africans on ships. That's basically the story. But no, a lot of us Americans are multiracial, multicultural. We're mixed with different ethnicities. That's my personal take. And then I did the DNA test to prove it. I did it for a reason. I did both of them. I did 23andMe and I did Ancestry to prove that. But but yeah, so I feel like on my mom's side, I asked my grandmother when she was alive, I was like, what tribe could we be? And she told me Choctaw. Now I have to fact check that because I would love to like get confirmation. Like on my dad's side, we have confirmation that I am Nutaway Indian. Nottoway. I don't know much about them. I could easily just research it honestly to learn about the culture. But they are based out of Virginia, and that's where my daddy is from, and I am from Virginia. So on my dad's side, off the gate, Nutaway Indian. But on my mom's side, my grandma just told me Choctaw, but I want to fact check that. I love your outfit. Thank you. Thank you. You said it's the hair. Yes, no, I agree. I agree. Definitely hair. But let me show you guys. Uh-oh. Let me show you guys. Oh, he pretty. Pretty. I have a highlight on my Instagram of my hair. So this was my hair before. Okay, this was my hair in 2019. So I was 18. This was my natural hair. That's my natural hair. And then I had cut it when I moved to Charlotte. I had cut it. And then it started to grow more. Right? I was getting Dominican blowouts. This is the for the record, this is the healthiest my hair has been. My hair has not been this healthy or long. Like I had to cut my hair again. But y'all gonna see. But basically this was my hair in 2022. I was 21. That was my hair. And then I trimmed it, I cut it 2024. And then I was getting keratin treatments. And the keratin treatment fucked up my hair. But my hair was so pretty when I just had it out. Like I was just wearing my natural hair out. And I had got the keratin treatment thinking that it was going to help make my hair more manageable for my dance classes, and that was not the case. So then that's when I started wearing sew-ins to get my hair back in one accord. So that's a synopsis of my natural hair journey. You said it's not too much different. Yeah, no. But that lady, the Dominican lady, definitely fucked up my hair. But when I get my hair done myself, I was like, your hair is not bad. But I'm like, but I know how my hair used to be. Oh, they're doing yard work right now. Don't mind the noise. They're doing yard work right now, which is great because someone got to do the yard. But yeah, I always tell my stylist, I'm like, I just know how my hair was. So yeah, my hair might still look fine now, but I know how fast my hair used to grow and all this other stuff. I feel like the keratin treatment and the over applying messed up the chemistry of my hair. But my stylist, she was just like, just do a bonding treatment and it'll fix. But is it an ick if a guy has a hairpiece? A hairpiece? What does that mean? But you said, what did my ancestry results say? Okay, I'm about to, hold on. Let me sign in. I gotta turn my brightness down so y'all don't see. Sorry. I wonder if that will work. Okay, bet. Like a wig or a toupee. Honestly, I don't even know what toupee. What is a toupee? Can you describe it to me? I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. But these are my results. 23andMe. So all of these countries you see here is what I am mixed with. Let's go down the list, shall we? So I am 79.4% sub-Saharan African. Now, what includes the 79.4%? I am 67.3% West African, 42.6% Nigerian, the Igbo people. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm wrong. 14.5% Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. 1.7% Senegambian and Ghanaian. 8.5% broadly West African. So I'm assuming from what you can even click on it and then it'll give you descriptions on what like everything means. So I'm assuming the 8.5%. For what it says, for over a millennium before European colonization and the Atlantic slave trade, West Africans were united under a series of powerful empires, resulting in broad similarities in music, clothing, art, and cuisine. A gradient of genetic similarity extending from Senegal to Nigeria reflects a richly complex population history in a region home to over 350 million people who form hundreds of distinct ethnic groups. Broadly, West African DNA may match several populations, making it difficult to assign just one. And so then after that, we have 11.4% Congolese and Southern East African, and that includes 9.3% Angolan, and how do you say that? Angolan? And Congolese, 0.4% Southern East African, 1.7% broadly Congolese and Southern East African, 0.3% Northern East African, and that includes Ethiopia and Eritrea, and then 0.4% broadly Sub-Saharan African. And so next, so that all makes up 79.4% Sub-Saharan African. So I'm 67.3% West African, 11.4% Congolese, and Southern East African. And then next, now I am 18.5% European. And what makes up that? 13% of that is Northwestern Europe, and that includes 10.5% British and Irish, 0.8% French and German, 1.7% broadly Northwestern European, and I am 5.5% Ashkenazi Jewish. Central European and Western Ukrainian Jews, West Central Ukrainian Jews, plus one region. And that, yeah. So that's why I'm like, where my money at? Where my money at? I need money from being indigenous to this land and Jewish. Once I figure out how to get that money, it's over. Or I might just marry a Jew. He says so mostly East African, Central and East African. No, West African. West African. Look, West African. The highest percentage I have in my chart is the Nigerian, which is 42.6%. That's the highest percentage I have out of all my DNA results. But it's funny because when people talk to me, even Africans, when they talk to me, they'll ask me like, are you East African? But I feel like because Nigeria was part like a base place for like the slave trade, a lot of us definitely got Nigeria up in here for sure. And I feel like a lot of the Nigerian probably came from my mom's side because my mom is from Mississippi, which can go into alignment with Choctaw because Choctaw, that tribe is down there by Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. But yep. And then we have 0.8% East Asian, Filipino, and Austronesian. So we have like a very small percentage of that. 0.4% Indigenous American. So I'm gonna assume that's where my Nutaway is from, but I don't know about the percentage because there's also 0.9% unassigned. So I feel like on the system side, they probably don't federally recognize Nutaway. I don't know. And they have additional ancestry regions that reflect mixed ancestry or more recent migration, which makes sense. African diaspora, Northern Albemarle Sound African Americans, Virginia Tidewater African Americans, which makes sense because my folks from Virginia. And then, last but not least, they also trace my ancestry in Haiti. They don't have a percentage for that, but basically, I just have additional ancestry Haitian. So I'm literally mixed with everything. I'm mixed with something from each continent. And I love that for me. Now, if we go into my ancestry results, and I did 23andMe and Ancestry to compare to make sure that they were both accurate. Oh, that sucks. Cause why is it giving me a hard time to sign in? Cause I know my password. I don't know why it's not working. But and I don't feel like doing all that. But basically, I remember my ancestry results. My ancestry results were not as specific as 23andMe. I actually have a whole YouTube video talking about my results. So if you guys want to go find that video, I did that video probably in 2021. But I specifically went over my results so you guys can easily go and find that. But Ancestry was not as specific. Like 23andMe was way more detailed, way more specific. Ancestry is more so good for finding your family tree. And that's how my dad was able to find his brothers, my uncles. I didn't even know that I had four other uncles. My dad didn't know that he had four other brothers. My dad didn't even know his dad, for real, for real. So, boom, we end up finding my grandfather. So that's when I know this stuff is actually like legit. And then the cousins that I'm gonna be meeting in Texas, I think they're connected to me from my dad's side because they were able to send me my great grandparents' obituary. So yeah, I feel like the 23andMe and Ancestry is valid. I know some people don't want to do it because they feel like the government has our DNA. But honestly, the government got my whole fingerprint. I was gonna go into the military after high school. Like they probably got a whole bunch of stuff. And my mom and dad were both in the Navy. They already got whatever. But you can't live in fear, right? And I've always been one of those people, like I just like to know where I came from. I don't believe that we're just black. I personally don't believe in that. And that's a whole nother conversation. I don't believe that we're just black. Like, what is that? There's so much more to us than just that. And you have to think beyond that to really like understand. You know, even when I talk to some people, they're like, "Yeah, I'm just a nigga. I'm just a nigga. I'm just black." Like, no, like you're so much more than that. How come everybody else can know where they're from and be proud of where they're from and explain where they're from? And it's unfortunate that Black Americans, all we can say is, "Oh, we're just black." No, like, we're so much more than that. And our life should be more than just endangerment. It's unfortunate, like the history of our people. You know what I'm saying? That's why I value just knowing what makes up Courtney. You look like you need some weed. Listen, I smoked yesterday. I smoked yesterday. I'll never turn down weed. Never that. But a lot of people in Atlanta, they don't have sativa. These folks out here, they like to be sleep. I don't like to be sleep. Do you want one? Do I want what? Hold on, let me catch up to y'all's comments. I'm late. I'm sorry, I was rambling. Showing love to me from Philly. Shout out to Philly. Hi Jay, how are you? And you were like Haitian natives. They didn't really give me much detail on 23andMe. They just said um Caribbean, what did it say? Caribbean something Haiti. So I guess I have some ancestors from Haiti. You said we might be related. Honestly, all of us are technically related. We both came from the same thing. Something had to start something to start something. That's a great conversation to have on shrooms. I remember one time I was high as on shrooms. This one time. And I literally was having like what's 23andMe ethnic? Yeah, 23andMe is a DNA test. And it was like only 200 some dollars, maybe a little bit underneath $200. And they send you a kit and you basically just spit your saliva into it, send it back, and they give you your results. But yeah. Anyways, back to the shroom. I was high as and I just started thinking, I'm like, something created something that created something. Like I just started thinking like something created letters, but someone had to create the shape of the letters. And then I was like, but wait, someone had to create shapes. Someone had to create lines. Someone had to create dots. Y'all catch my drift? Like I'm over here like thinking of like beyond the atoms. Something had to create atoms. And how did you know to call it an atom? So when you're on shrooms, that's the type of frequency you're gonna be. Like you're gonna be all the way up in the 5D. Like you really gonna be thinking. Because you can see everything. Now, from my personal experience, we're getting a little deep here. I've done LSD and shrooms. I got put on to LSD 2020. Like this no, actually no, January 2021. I had met my boyfriend and it felt, bruh. That whole relationship literally felt like two young crazy kids in love just doing drugs. That's what that's what it felt like whole time. He was older than me by like 5, 6 years, I think. I don't remember how far apart we are. I always got his age wrong and he would get mad at me. Because I would basically add age to him. But I think he was 5 or 6 years older than me. And he was so sweet. But anyways, he had put me on to LSD. He just asked me one day, he was like, you ever want to try, like, you ever did acid? And I'm like, acid? I'm like, what's that? And you know, he told me what it was. And then me being me, I'm like, oh, let's do it. Like, I'm down. I'm down. Let's do it. Like, I already felt like me and dude had a really, really nice spiritual connection. Like, he's over here teaching me how to feel energy. Like, if you put your two hands together like this, you can literally like feel the energy between your palms. It is really cool. Like it'll feel like a heating sensation, but you can literally feel the energy between your palms. And you can do that with other people. So me and him did it. And it's like you can literally feel that person's energy. I can feel my own energy right now. And it just feels so warm. It's kind of crazy. It's like all tingling and stuff. Y'all should try it. But but you have to not think about feeling something. You have to just let it happen. So, I'm over here automatically like, oh my God, we're spiritually connected. And I'm like 19 years old at the time. Again, he's 5 or 6 years older than me. Somewhere around there. And Peppa, what are you doing? But yeah, so I'm over here like, yeah, me and my man, we're spiritually connected. Boom, boom. Yes, I'll do LSD with you. Peppa, are you okay? But um, but yeah, so we go to the Beltline. If you live in Atlanta, then you said he felt more than your energy? Probably so. The continent of Africa is 3 times the size of America. No, for sure. You said Adventure Time type shit. No, facts. And I love Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time. I haven't watched it in years. Hey, stop. Why are you scratching my carpet? But do y'all remember the episode when they introduced us to the Lemon King? That episode was so funny. The freaking Lemon King, the way he was laughing, that shit was funny as fuck. And then Adventure Time. I love Adventure Time. That episode with the damn turtle. That damn pet turtle that they had got. It's so funny. But anyways, so back to my LSD trip. So boom, we go to the Beltline. We go to the Beltline, and if you live in Atlanta, or if you're on TikTok, you'll see so many people talking about the Beltline. But we're talking about 2021, January 2021 Beltline. So we're just walking, and then on the Beltline, you come across this area, and you have a beautiful view of Ponce City Market, Midtown. Like, it's really nice. So it's nighttime. It's dark outside. It's just him and I, and he has the tablet. So the LSD like they were literally like white tablets, and you put it underneath your tongue. So I took one, right? And then everything's fine. Everything's fine. And then I had this bright idea. I'm like, hey, let's drive by this celebrity's house. Because I had the address to this celebrity's house from his dinner that I had attended. And I just like the neighborhood. I like being around affluent neighborhoods. It's a great manifestation technique, too, by the way, to just drive around nice neighborhoods, walk, run, all that stuff. Just be in nice neighborhoods. But yeah, so I was like, hey, let's go to this house while we on the motherfucking LSD. And my ex was like, okay, let's do it. So boom, we're heading to the neighborhood in Buckhead. I start looking at like the trees, and then the trees start waving at me. And then I'm looking at my ex. I'm starting to see his aura. Like I'm seeing green, purple, blue all around him. And I'm over here tweaking out. Like this is the like when you're taking psychedelics, like literally like it's a buildup. Like you're gonna be sitting perfectly fine, and then boom, all of a sudden you seeing stuff waving at you. And you just looking at stuff. And then it just gets more intense, more and more and more intense. You say, what am I talking about? I'm talking about my first LSD trip, my first psychedelic trip. You say your first LSD trip was insane. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. The class wants to know. But but yeah, I'm seeing his aura. The trees are waving at me, and I know for a fact he was completely aware I'm about to like tweak out. And he's experienced, so he's able to drive off of it. I'm over here like, and then I start laughing and then crying. And then I was getting mad, but I couldn't stop laughing. And then I would be crying. So then I would get mad that I was crying. So I was mad that I was laughing. And then I was mad that I was crying. And then I was mad that I couldn't stop doing one or the other. And then my chest just felt so heavy. My chest felt so heavy. My heart was racing. It was just so many things happening at one time. And then we ended up, I don't, yeah, we ended up actually making it to the house, but they had like security, like police officers or whatever. But I wasn't trying to go to the specific house. I just wanted to go in the neighborhood. But whatever. We ended up driving by there. I'm still tweaking out. So then my ex was like, okay, let's go ahead and just head back to the hotel, and we stopped at a grocery store. But he left me in the car, y'all. What do you mean by LSD trip? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what LSD stands for. I just know that it's a psychedelic. And I think that is way more intense than shrooms. It's definitely way more intense than shrooms. It's around the same, but I feel like I was able to see way more off LSD. But but yeah, so the nigga left me in the car. I'm tweaking. I'm tweaking so bad, like just crying and laughing, just in the fucking car. And then I was sad because he left me in the car, so I started crying even more. But then all of a sudden, I looked at the sky. I started looking at the sky, and then I automatically connected to this star. And I named the star Jerry. So I have a star in the sky and I name it Jerry. And I know when Jerry's in the sky. I haven't seen Jerry in a while, but dead ass, Jerry was, and I know I have a feeling when it's Jerry. I saw Jerry after the fact, And Jerry, to me, he's one of the most, or it, I'm gonna put he or she. Jerry is a star that just has, like, it's just the brightest star in the motherfucking sky. So then when my ex comes back from the store, he buys me strawberries and Nutella because I was like, just give me strawberries and Nutella. So boom, I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying because I'm like, I have a star in the sky. His name is Jerry. And my ex is just over here just laughing at me because he thinks it's so cute and I'm being so dead ass. Like, I have a friend in the sky named Jerry. Um, so then fast forward, we go to the hotel. My face is red because I was crying. And we're trying to make it seem like he did not just beat my ass coming into this hotel before folks start thinking that he didn't hurt me. But we ended up sneaking into the hotel. We get to the hotel room, right? And then boom, I call one of my friends. But I'm over here like, damn, my phone is looking all googly moogly. And then when I'm talking to my friend, I'm tripping. I'm not aware that if I look at her, she's going to be changing formations too. I'm seeing colors and paintings on the wall, like everything's merging together. And then she had said something, and then it had scared me. And then my ex was like, yo, why did you tell her that? She's lit right now. Now she finna be scared. So boom, I go hide in the bathroom. So now I'm hiding in the bathroom, which is funny because when I take shrooms and I take them at my house, I always end up just going to the bathroom. I guess the bathroom is just my safe space. I can look in the mirror, I can talk to myself, I don't know. But it's just so many emotions that you're feeling. So I was just in the corner in the bathroom just crying and then laughing. And then my ex came to check on me. And then I'm like, I think I'm okay. Da 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 da. But I got through the trip. At one point, I did want to run around the hallways half naked. And I told him, and my ex will laugh about it. He'll be like, remember how you said you wanted to go running? Like, you just want to go running. And I'm like, yeah, I want to go running. And I ran out the hotel room. And I had no pants on, just a shirt. And I'm over here like, I want to go running. And we actually did another LSD trip in Myrtle Beach. And I almost jumped off the freaking balcony. We're not gonna talk about that. But I definitely, I don't know. I just wanted to fly. I wanted to get to Jerry. I don't know. But obviously I'm still here. That's why you need to have someone that can really like be your security because you can't just be running and jumping off shit on drugs. Like that's so dangerous. But yeah, anyways, um so he eventually turned the lights off and he just, laid with me in the bed and he just started to give me a scalp massage. And he was just massaging my hair. And then we started listening to music. And then this is when I first got put onto the song called Brand New by Drake, if you know that song. If you don't, go listen to it. It's a throwback song. That song is so great. But now every time I hear that song, I think of my ex. But but that was such a special moment. I started crying while he was giving me a scalp massage, listening to Brand New by Drake. Like it was just a very wholesome moment, very wholesome, loving moment. And in that moment, that's when I thought that this guy was like a really good boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be in my life. That didn't last long. But he definitely did offer me a very great first and second LSD psychedelic experience. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I appreciate my ex for that. And then I ended up getting put onto shrooms like a year or two or three after. I got put onto shrooms when I came out to Atlanta. And shrooms are nice. You just gotta get like a really good batch, honestly. I'm like, I'm getting messages. But yeah, you said I speak so nice. Thank you, babe. But yeah, so that was my first LSD experience. Um, and it was cool. I need to go ahead and do this quick makeup look while I'm tripping. So I realized that instead of me doing like full concealer and all that extra stuff, I realized blush, mascara. Blush, highlighter, mascara. That's all you really need. So for the girls in the chat, I like to use this Hydro Milk Grip and Glow Primer. I don't know what the brand is called though. Is it Hydro Milk? Is that what the brand is called? I don't know. But it looks like this. And it's a nice primer for the face. I got this one, the glow one, because I personally like dewy looks. I like dewy looks, so. But because I'm not doing a full face, I'm not going to put it all over my face. I'm just going to put it on my cheeks. Because that's where I'm going to apply my blush. But not too much on this product because it's very glowy. This product is very glowy, so you don't want to put too much on your face. I like that I have this napkin here. I don't like my hands dirty. I'm sorry, my glasses are off, so I can't really like read messages well. You said like you fly me out? I fly first class. I fly first class. You guys, my birthday's on Monday. Turn the freak up. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all could probably turn over this way a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing. I gotta look at my mirror right here. But yeah, I'm so excited. Hey, Peppa. Peppa had to get spayed, y'all. I had to take her to this place called Lifeline Animal Clinic here in Atlanta. Well, it's in Chamblee. It's out the way, but it's not far from my house. And they did a great job. I had so much to do. All of this happened last Saturday, by the way. Keep in mind, I had a whole showcase. But I love that I made it just in time. I thought I was running late. Niggas didn't even start sound check yet, for real, for real. And I'm like, this is perfect. You see, sometimes when things run late, it works in your favor. Okay? For sure. Because I definitely thought that I was running late. Because when I had went to go pick up Peppa from her spay appointment, it was like a whole bunch of people there. They were like, we're not issuing out the dogs yet. We're doing the cats first. I didn't even have to pay for the spay. Can we get into that? I didn't have to pay for it because of the county I live in. They took care of it. And that's why I'm like, the universe be looking out every time. That's why I speak over my life. I speak over my life very specifically. Generosity, all the great things can come into your life right when you right when you need it. Like when you like I like to tell myself, generosity follows me everywhere, abundance is everywhere, prosperity is everywhere. I speak over my life. So when I experience things, I literally am like, I manifested this, okay? Are you 20? I'm gonna be 25. Can y'all believe that I'm gonna be 25? I'm gonna be fucking 25. And you know what I should do? Because I said that I wasn't going to do this, but I actually am going to. So I'm not going to vlog my birthday this year. I'm going to probably do like, I'm probably going to do like shorts or like TikTok reel format type of videos, maybe. But I typically do this thing where I like to do a letter to my whatever self. I didn't do it last year because I was having too much fun. But I think I'm going to do it this year. A letter to my 24-year-old self. Let me put that on my notes. And it's going to be like an actual YouTube video that you guys can play and like actually like sit and watch. It's going to be real. A letter to my, I'm putting in my notes so that I can remember. I remember I did a video, I was like a letter to my 20-year-old self. I think this is when I was turning 21. I think. No, no, no. It was when I was turning 20. And I was like a letter to my 19-year-old self. And I had cried on that video. Because that was right when I had moved out and I had lived on my own and I had broke up with my ex. Like, I started stripping. Like, it was so much. I was so emotional. Y'all could probably still find that video, actually. Yeah, I didn't delete it. Are we invited? I'm gonna go on live. Like, if anything, I'm definitely gonna go on live. For sure. But I have no itinerary. I have no itinerary, so I have no idea where I'm going specifically. We're gonna find all of that when I get out there. I don't know. But okay, once you let the primer like sit on your face for a little minute, now we can go in with our liquid blush first. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me put on my notes. I have a list of things I need to get. I always have a list of things I need to get. Powder, bronzer. Definitely need that. Need the powder bronzer. It's me having to look up this close to read y'all's comments. I'm 29 and white chocolate. Mechanic make good ass money. As you should. If you make or attract great money, make sure you send some money to your favorite girl. If you're gay, to your favorite gay. And shall you live a very great, prosperous life. Hey, Pretty Brown. Hi, Lovely. Hi, Rafiq. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Like, what are they talking about in here? What are my friends talking about? There's a lot of messages. How's today treating you? Today has been treating me really, really good. You guys are adding to my day. I'm very happy that I get to talk to you guys today. As always, being on here brightens up my day. Talking to you guys brightens up my day. I feel so accomplished every time I come on here. I'm like, hey, I'm talking to my friends, my family. I love it. Do I want to turn the light on so I can like see a little bit? That actually did not help the case because those are kind of the same colors. I need my other mirror so I can see closer. Okay, boom. How's the day treating you? You said my voice brightens your day. Aw, you're so sweet. Thanks, love. Thanks, lovey. But yeah, I always get to the airport like hella early. So make sure you guys subscribe because I'm more than likely gonna go on live that Saturday night. This Saturday. I'm gonna go on live this Saturday, most likely. I was supposed to do a collab live again with All Star Izzy, but it depends on how much I gotta prepare for my birthday before I go out of town. I'm flying out Sunday morning. I have an early flight. So I need this extra glitter to get off my face. Because why are you here? And where did you come from? I hate that. Like, why are you here and where did you come from? But yeah, so my liquid blush is from Rare Beauty. Rare Beauty in the color Grateful. In the color Grateful. You know why? Because gratitude is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And you should always be grateful for your health, for your wealth, for your family and friends, and for safety. You know what I'm saying? You should always, always, always be grateful. When you are grateful and have gratitude for a lot of things, it attracts more into your life. And I also feel you're just more at peace. Like, be grateful for the little things, you know? Okay, so boom. So once we put our liquid blush on and we have a nice, cute little sun-kissed situation, now we're going to go in with our pressed powder. I use the Face Tape pressed powder in the color Deep Sand 53S by Tarte. Boom. I think I fucked up my thing by having oil on my face or something, or too much product on my face, and then I dabbed it in here, and now we kind of have this dark thing going on. But I learned that it was because my face was still wet. So make sure your face is dry before you use pressed powder. For all the new makeup people out there in the world, because I'm definitely one of them. But yeah, just press the powder on your face so that it just don't go nowhere. Like, that's what pressed powder is for, just to keep your makeup intact, right? Nothing crazy. So we let that do its thing for a little minute. And if you are feeling like it, then you can do your eyebrows. Let's just brush them. Like I said, I don't really have to do much. I just brush them for real. I really don't touch my eyebrows. But I guess for the sake of the vibes, I'll color them in. And it's a skill. Being able to do your makeup and not being able to see. Yeah. You're okay. So you're welcome, gorgeous. Princess anytime. Anything to keep you happy. Thank you. I like when people want to keep me happy. I like you like my natural look. I'm lovely as fuck. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. So much. Now, I'm not a professional, so not too much on me. But this is how I do my eyebrows. Simple. That's it. That's it. That is it. And that is all. Okay? Don't come for me. Okay. We're almost done. We're almost done, y'all. Boom. Now we're gonna go in with our powder blush. Do your liquids and creams first, powders last. So, powder blush. And this is a blush palette that I've had for years. As you can tell, the shit's that have been broken. It's by Revolution, Roxy by Revolution. I actually like Revolution. I get a lot of my makeup from Ulta. Like Sephora, I'll get my eyeliner. But in regards to concealer, blushes, highlighter, Ulta. I got my bronzer. And my liquid blush from Sephora though. You know, you can never have too much blush. Well, I guess in certain instances you can. I remember one time I was doing my makeup and my auntie's sister, she was like, no. She was like, that is too much. She was like, you need to blend better. You need to blend more. I'm like, you're right. You're right, TT. But also, you like what you like. If you like blush look, then hey, you make it, right? I didn't do this yesterday, but I like to add the blush to my eyes. My auntie's sister also put me onto this technique. Just adding blush to the eyes, like how you would with eyeshadow, but on the slick, so just like everything could be on like the same accord. You know what I'm saying? So everything's on the same accord. And now it looks like you're just sun-kissed all over. Okay? And it looks so natural too. It looks so natural. Nothing too crazy, right? And then after that, we're going to do our highlighter. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come out. Come out. There we go. What is this in the way? I'm a very organized person. I gotta have organization because I get anxiety if things aren't organized. I wouldn't say anxiety, but you know. What's my sign? Big Gemini. Big Gemini. What's y'all signs? What's your sign? I love the song Signs by Beyonce. So boom. Now we have our highlighter. Also from Revolution. Had this for years. I haven't really had to re-up on my facial products, like my face powders, fortunately. Concealers and all that other stuff is different. But yeah. I'm gonna put highlighter on my face. I really wish that whatever this is can like stop appearing on my face. There's always some random specks of like glitter, but it's like big chunks of it, like a big chunk of like glitter just on your face. We can put a little bit of highlighter on the sides of our eyes. I just want to play around now. Okay. I don't know if y'all can really see on you guys' end, but if you guys can't tell that I have makeup on, then that's the point. That means I did a good job. That means it looks natural. Fairly natural, okay? There is a pound. You said there's a pound. A pound where? And then lastly, mascara. I can't even tell y'all what this mascara is called. Actually, yes, I was gonna say, did it go away? Almay Length and Lift Mascara, waterproof. I always get waterproof mascara. I like to get things that's efficient, okay? Waterproof, hair that's versatile, all the good things. Doing your makeup in the dark is crazy. And it's crazy because I don't know why this light doesn't work on my mirror. But yeah, so this is my quick glam look. Liquid blush, pressed powder, powder blush, highlighter, mascara. Just so you can still have something on your face if you just wanna add something. And don't forget the primer. Ah! Ah! Oh no. I think I got mascara all up under my eye. I hate that. Let's see. Can we fix it? Can we fix it? Okay. There we go. I just don't want it to look dark underneath my eye. Eye makeup is so tedious, especially when you can't see for real. That's why I'm like, when you're visually impaired, you got to do everything differently. Like, for real. Even when I'm like performing, I don't dance with my glasses on. I learn with my glasses on. But everything else I have to do with my glasses off the whim. And just pray that it works out. Okay. I pray that it's not too crazy looking. I can't really tell right now because it's kind of dark. Boom. Oh, so pretty. So pretty and sun-kissed, y'all. Period. Okay. Now we're just going to use our Urban Decay All Night Extra Glow setting spray, long lasting setting spray, all day wear. Also from Ulta. That's why Ulta has everything, like Team Ulta. Like Sephora has a few things, but Team Ulta for sure. So now we're gonna just let that sit and do its thing. Let's see. You say I can call you DZ? I'm already enjoying watching you put on your makeup. Thank you, babe. What type of earrings you putting on? So y'all, unfortunately, my ears are not pierced. My ears are not pierced. Because every time I've gotten my ears pierced, the holes closed. There was one time I left the earring in for a year and a half because my other earring fell out when I was in Tampa. And the hole closed. I said, fuck it. But I still had one earring left. So I'm like, okay, let me just keep that in. And what happened? The same thing happened. My hole's closed. But now this is healed all the way. I can most I get this re-pierced. But this one still, I can still feel the little bump on the inside of my ear. This is the one where I left it in for like a year, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to risk getting my ears re-pierced again just for the same thing to happen. I'm gonna be mad. And then folks were like, "Well, maybe it's the type of diamond. Maybe you just need whatever." And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's not meant to be. That's why I just get tattoos now, for real, for real. But I'm done with tattoos. I told myself I was done with tattoos. But I really want one more tattoo. I want a tattoo by my vagina. If I'm being honest, I do want another tattoo and I want it by my vagina. get the clip-on earrings. I used to have those. Well, not the clip-ons, but they were hoops. They were fake earrings, and you just had to snap them on. And it hurt my ear. And if it didn't hurt my ear, the little rubber plastic thing, it just would not stay on. Like, it just would not stay on. I would love to have like reliable clip-on earrings that are in hoops. That's not gonna hurt my ear and not going to expand and then not be able to close. Cause let me tell you, I only wanted my ears pierced so I could wear hoop earrings. I feel like what is that? I feel like the Y2K girly in me would absolutely love to wear some nice hoop earrings. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the lip liner that I used, my holy grail, my favorite, Club Hopper by NYX. Okay, I think this tube is done. We can go ahead and throw this away. But yeah, y'all, this is my quick glam. Do we like it? Of course we do. Because why wouldn't you? If you don't, you're a hater. Pretty. Pretty. Quick glam. But alright, y'all. I have to skedaddle now, but it was so nice to talk to everybody. Shout out to all the new subbies. If you subscribe, thank you so much for joining the family. Shout out to everybody that liked the video. You're freaking awesome and you're clutch, and I love you so much. I pray you guys have a phenomenal rest of your Thursday. Make sure you subscribe. If I'm not doing anything later, I'll definitely hop back on because why not? But yeah, this makeup look is really pretty. Did that. I really wish this glitter would get off my face. I don't know where it's coming from and why it just won't stay away. Like, what the fuck? But it's fine. Whatever. It's fine. But yeah, I subscribe and thank you. Yay! Welcome to the family. You're gonna love it here. Welcome to the family. You're gonna love it here. And until next time, my babes.